On July 19th, 2025, officers responded to the Sarasota Bradenton International Airport after report was made by a flight attendant, who stated that multiple juvenile passengers, along with their mother, witnessed two adult passengers engaging in sexual activity during the flight.
You guys called?
Yeah, he said. Let me tell you. He said that passengers probably was having like sexual intercourse on the plane.
Who's he?
My supervisor. They got a call.
Oh, they
So
got a call
needed-
from the...
Yeah,
Oh.
when I was coming in.
So they're not here yet?
He said sexual intercourse. So they said I need to come to the gate. But you can talk more about it.
Oh, but they're not here yet?
They about to land.
Oh, okay.
They went like 11.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna.
What happened?
Couple 26 AD thought this was the appropriate place to, jack off her boyfriend or husband, whoever he is. A lot of customers complained. We tried to get her to just sit up and pass her seatbelt to avoid with a lot of kids back there. So we tried to not make any big issue about it, but they continued. So
And were there any children around them?
yeah, the family, they're in 26 AD. The kid in 27.
Did you actually see it? I just need you to write it down for me what you saw.
Yeah. And then lady with her kid witnessed it as well.
Hey, are these done?
Hello? Hey. Are those them? That was that?
Hold up, we got to talk to you guys.
Okay.
What happened on the plane?
We were laying down? What do you mean?
I was sleeping on him.
Okay, so it was reported that you both were having sex acts on board.
We were having, I'm sorry, what?
Sex on board. So they were reported by the captain. So it is unacceptable you do that on board.
We
Especially,
have sex.
we
I don't know, but that's why they were reporting to us.
okay.
So,
I was sleeping on him for half of the flight.
I slept the entire plane. How we have people
So
2 feet away from us.
one of the in-flight reported that he witnessed you guys having sex.
I mean, I laid on him for half of the flight while we were sleeping. My daughters were behind
The
me.
girls are right there.
My
That's our
daughters were
daughters.
right behind me.
All right, so.
Like, really?
All right, that's why I was like a shock.
No, I'm shocked as well. Our daughters are right
It's a
behind us.
it's a full plane.
All right. Were you addressing anybody to staff? Were you doing on board?
Will I what? I'm
Was
sorry,
I
say
what?
that again?
Were you addressed in any way?
I was
dressed? No, I wasn't.
I was laying down at one point, and the stewardess from the front, the male, said, "Excuse me, ma'am, you have to turn around and put your seatbelt on." But I was like in fetal position, like laying down, like actually sleeping.
Okay.
That's the only thing, and he was like really, really rude about it.
I basically was asleep. I never watched the movie. I never turned on the TV. I was asleep.
The only thing that I can think of was that male stewardess when I was laying down, and he came over and was super rude and was like, "Turn around and put your seatbelt on." He was sleeping. I was like, I had my legs up, like almost like a fetal position, like, and he had his arm wrapped around me, and that was it. I mean, we didn't have any like blankets or anything. This is crazy.
Close.
Crazy.
I don't understand how this is happening.
Well, that was why they reported as a GSA had to follow up with you guys because I wanted to understand that any kind of hand like that.
I completely understand
put you up.
that. And listen, if I was going to do that, I wouldn't do it when I'm right behind me.
And well,
My
it
teenage
makes
daughters,
sense to me.
like-
It makes sense to me as well. I just want to make sure that was wrong. That's the reason I pulled you off.
That's fine. There's no way that would happen.
Not entirely that you did that, but that's why.
I was actually
And we
telling
have
him,
to
like,
address
this was the most
convictions, I would say.
rudest.
So, all right, so I'm gonna follow up with that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Understood.
Oh, mother.
Let's go out to our office.
Yeah.
Finish it over
Yeah. Yeah. Well, go ahead, JFK.
So we can.
Can I take my children?
He's gonna stay with us.
They're coming with us. We're all going to end up in the same office downstairs, just to be out of the way and not in front of everybody. And
This is like humiliating.
we're just talking. There's really nothing to be humiliated about, I mean, I don't know what's going on. We were just asked to come and talk to you guys, so we're going to talk to you guys privately.
Okay. Okay.
Hi. What did you see happening?
Okay. When we was the breakup, she was jerking up on him, and I come with my kid, one 11 years old and another 14 years old, and she was watching that my kid was watching on them, and she didn't stop. And I was like, I didn't know what to do because my little one was like, what?
Give your identification.
Hell, he.
Okay. Hey, just you want to step over here so we're out of the way.
But the only thing is that I don't want that she knows that I the kind of him southern too.
I know.
Are you able to read my handwriting?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Did you actually see his sexual organs or anything, or?
We couldn't see any sexual organs because it was the way it was angled in there. It was a little hard to see, but I did.
Did you ask him to stop?
We're trying not to because that way if we did, we were going to cause a problem, and it was early in the flight, so we had about an extra hour and a half, I want to say, of the flight. So,
How long did it go on for?
that's a good question. She's going to know a little bit more than I did. We were just trying to make
Right.
pass by so we could witness it. We made multiple ones, and I was the only one that saw motion. So that was the best act that I saw.
So with her head in his lap, not her hand?
Straight in the lap. So, obviously.
Was there a blanket or anything?
Nope.
No? Wow.
That's why I was able to see the up and down, but I couldn't see any actual
Yeah.
vehicle. That's why. If I had been through the vehicle, there was definitely something going on.
Okay. Can you just put your ID so I can just take a picture of it?
All right, basically, because of the information provided, obviously we have to talk to you guys separately and go from there, basically. Clearly, there's people around you guys, and I don't know what's being said over there, but we have to talk to them, figure out if they say something that might cause you guys to be under arrest, then you guys might end up under arrest. If they don't say anything, I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying we're talking to them. They're going to talk to them as well, and then eventually it's going to come up to whatever they believe saw. That's all I'm saying. Like, whoever was around you. Okay.
You want to tell me what happened on the plane? The only thing that happened is me and her got on the plane. The girls sat behind us. We asked them if they wanted to be in front of us so we could see them. They said no. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I have one. I have them in the cell. All right. All right, bye. Yep. Okay, bye. All right, go ahead. We joked around for a little bit before we got on the plane. Before we left. I slowly started to pass out. I leaned on the window side with the window thing down. My wife eventually was on my shoulder. And then eventually her head was on my lap, almost probably the entire flight until the gentleman woke us up and asked him to get up, seat straight, etc., etc. I was asleep almost the entire flight. I never watched TV. I never engaged with anybody. I was up all night and I drove us to the airport. Okay. That's it? Yeah. Okay.
At this point, I'm just going to put the handcuff on you. Okay.
Why?
I'm not quite sure he's the arresting officer. If there's, he's the investigating officer.
What's going on?
Yeah. So, again, I've been with you.
Yeah, what is going on?
And I wasn't there prior to whatever conversation you guys had with them over there. I'm just walk in with you guys to get you guys here.
We talked to all you guys at the same time, though.
I was talking to their flight attendant, so I don't know what was said outside prior to me coming to you guys. So as of right now, you guys are being detained. Whatever investigation he does.
Are we being arrested right now?
Detained.
What does that? I don't even know what that
Detained
means.
means that you're in our custody until whatever investigation needs to be done is done.
What is going on right now?
What's that?
So my heart is like beating out of my chest.
Well, there were reports on the plane that you were performing sexual acts with your husband on the plane in public.
We weren't doing that. I was like sleeping all over him, yes, and we were like giggling and joking when we first got there because it was such a shit show of a morning. But I slept on him almost the entire time, and then when the flight attendant said, "Turn around and put your seatbelt on," like I sat up, and then he remained sleeping, and then laid on me for a little bit, and then that was it. Like this.
So again,
Kids are behind. I wouldn't do anything with my children. Right there, like this is insane.
We have to do the investigation.
No, I mean,
so
I
right now, you guys are
understand that,
detained
but, like,
until the
this is
full
insane.
investigation is done.
So right now we're getting statements from other people, witnesses, and then we'll sort it out. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
Your kids are good. They're outside.
We're outside.
Okay, right in the front.
This is fucking insane. This is insane. This is insane. Oh. So like, what happens?
It falls down into whatever.
So it's like their word against ours? Like they say we did something and we said we didn't?
I can't tell you exactly what he's going to do, but we just have to rely on what information is being provided. Again, we're doing an investigation on it, and then goes from there. That's all I can tell you right now.
After collecting sworn statements from all witnesses, officers arrested the couple involved. However, all charges were later dropped.
That's it.